Ask these 4 questions to your real estate wholesaling coach before you buy any course or anything from them. What's up, guys? Zach Ginn here, Flip with Rick, and in today's video, I'm going to share with you the questions that you must ask a real estate coach, mentor, mastermind person before you go hand them your hard-earned money. Now, full disclosure here, I don't sell any wholesaling real estate courses. Rick has a couple like marketing stuff, but it's from a publisher deal he did in 2014 that we don't really promote anymore. But overall, we don't do wholesaling courses. We don't do masterminds. We don't do any of that. We're here to help you become a real estate wholesaler and make $100,000 per year without paying for anything. But no matter what, we have so many people subscribing to us, and we got people from all the different masterminds and wholesaling courses, and they've bought coaching from people. And obviously, people are still going to watch this video and want to buy mentorship. And obviously, I don't have any to give you. But really, if you are going to go buy one, wanted to give it, I can go tell you, don't buy it, and that's all I could say. But there's going to be some people that are going to buy it. And honestly, I want to give them some advice and really the questions you need to ask this wholesaling coach before you go give them thousands of dollars in a course or a mastermind. So before we get into it, before I share this with you, I'm probably going to save you so much time and aggravation if you get the wrong one. And honestly, I know the top guys and know the worst ones, and I can go give you a list, but I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to call people out. I'm not negative like that. So, but please, if I'm helping you out, please smash that like button and subscribe. Helps this YouTube algorithm. And let's get into it. So the number one question that you must ask this wholesaling coach or mastermind guy, where's the HUDs, dude? Show me the HUDs. That is what I need. I need the proof. And if you don't know what HUDs are basically financial statements showing how much someone's made in wholesaling. Obviously, it's not public record if someone makes a wholesale deal. Now, for me, we release our company information and everything just because we're transparent, because no, we're not selling you anything, but you are paying me in something, and that is your time, and that's probably your most valuable asset. I recommend that your mentor or coach, they need to provide the last HUDs for last current financial quarter. Now, they're going to flash you a HUD they did from 2013 where they had a great month, and that's all they're going to show. But really, what you need to ask is last quarter. I like to treat this sort of like a public company. I wish wholesaling coaches was forced to do this. Like in a public corporation, before you buy their stock, before you do that, you're able to see full transparency, how much this corporation made, what are their expenses, and if they're legit or not. That's the difference between buying a GameStop stock or buying a Amazon or Apple stock. Now, if someone is flipping, it's very easy. All they got to do is provide their company or their corporation they're flipping with, and you can do a little bit of research like, hey, it looks like they bought for 100 and they sold for 180 and they put 30K into work. That's pretty good. If your mentor claims that they own 150 rentals and they're balling like crazy, go ask them, what company do you own these rentals under? Then you can go look it up. But overall, I feel like if someone's going to charge you thousands of dollars, and if they are truly legitimate in this business, they should be able to provide you the last quarter of all of their HUDs. Now, some people are like, oh, I'm too big. I can't do it for individually for everyone. Well, no, you don't have to. You just post it online. Literally, all they got to do is just post their quarter like every SEC regulated company, and that's it. They don't have to go individually give to people. They just post it on their website. Hey, this is the last quarter. This is what my physical wholesaling market did. And then here's my favorite objection from wholesaling gurus and coaches. Ready? Hey, Mr. Coach, can I have the last HUDs for your quarter? Can you post it online? Can I see it just before I give you $5,000? Well, this is something this is not good. Did you know that you don't have to be a good player to be a good coach? You know, Bill Belichick, he was not good in the NFL. Okay, so I've heard this before. Mike Leach, he never really played football, and he's an absolute great coach. And they say the best coaches are never the best players. Oh my gosh, I've heard that. There's blood boiling in my veins right now just thinking about it. But let me debunk that myth right now that Bill Belichick wasn't good at football, and maybe he's a great coach, but he doesn't have to be a good wholesaler. Come on, guys. The best wholesalers are always the best coaches. And the reason why, let's do a little deep dive on this. So imagine this. Football is a team sport. There is general management, there's doing trades, they're drafting players, and then there's a tiny bit of coaching, which is basically coaching a football game. but there's a million other variables out there. And it's a sport. There's Achilles, there's ACL tears. This is not wholesaling. Like seriously, if Bill Belichick was 6'6", built like an absolute beast, he would put Cam Newton on the bench and he'd be the greatest football quarterback of all time because his mindset's there. He'd be like MVP, he'd win all these Super Bowls. So remember, some people just have naturally gifted talents in football, and this is not wholesaling. Wholesaling is not how physically gifted of an athlete you are. It's how good of a mindset and how good is the brain, not the body. Especially, I mean, you could be in a wheelchair and make 7 figures wholesaling. There's nothing stopping you. But if you're 5'2", it's probably not likely you're going to be MVP of a Super Bowl. And remember this, if you have a really good wholesaling operation, you're going to have team members, you're going to have employees, and what are you doing with those employees? You're coaching them. So technically, the best wholesaling coaches are the best coaches in their own business. Let me say that one more time. If I have a 7-figure wholesaling operation and I run it really smoothly, which we do, I have employees, I know how to hire the right ones, I know how to train them really well, and then I have a well-oiled machine, I'm technically coaching my employees and my wholesaling team to be the best possible. And the best people that can train their employees can also train newbie wholesalers. So if I take someone from the streets, hire them from a car salesman to an amazing wholesaling acquisition specialist, I'm highly qualified to teach others how to become highly qualified wholesaling specialists. So remember, it is how good of a wholesaling business that wholesaling coach has to prove if they're actually legitimate or not. Now, the second question here is, what is your student success? Now, it is sometimes true. You can be an amazing wholesaling genius and you're absolutely the best wholesaler out there, but maybe you're just so bad at communicating it that none of your students do really well when you go mentor them. And it's really important that your wholesaling coach or guru or whatever mentorship you do, you ask for a list of all the students. You don't want to have just the success story. So let's say, for example, I have 1,000 wholesaling students that I have, and 10 of them became millionaires, and one of them made $100,000, and 989 people went out of business and they quit. Imagine that. Are you telling me there's like a 1% rate of your mentorship that someone actually does well in wholesaling? You don't want to go find, because most of these wholesaling, when they do wholesaling gurus or coaches, when they do testimonials, they only show you the success stories. They never show you the bad ones. So I want you to go talk to everyone who actually joined that person's mentorship, not just the successful ones. I want you to join the ones that didn't do well. What was the problem? Why they didn't do well? Why did the guy who did well do well? I want you to find the full scope of all the students and really get a good grasp of if it works or not. Third, you need to ask this question to your coach. And most of the time you're not talking to the coach because they're on some high pedestal where they're so important that they can't talk to people. They can't talk to guys trying to get in their mentorship, and they got to do with a sales call and things. I mean, why is there a sales call? Like, they're trying to make money off of you. But are you paying for a mentorship, or are you spending all this money just to have videos? Because if you're paying just for videos, there's content on YouTube that is the same amount of quality. So remember, if you're buying a mentorship or course, make sure you're buying not just videos, because videos are stagnant. If I buy a wholesaling course video from 2006, it's really not going to be good, especially now. You want something that's maybe evergreen. So, for example, if you subscribe here to this YouTube channel, like an Oklahoma wholesaling ban, I'm going to cover all the latest breaking details, the newest marketing strategies, things like that. Is your mentorship course going to do that? You're going to get one-on-one mentorship, or are you just paying thousands of dollars for videos that are just better online? Make sure that mentorship does one-on-one coaching with you, or maybe a group with like 10 or 15 at most. You don't want to be in a Zoom with one mentor who's got 500 people in their Zooms every single week, and you can't even pop a question off, or even worse, the coach isn't even there. They hired sub-coaches do the one-on-one coaching, and you're not even dealing with the top guy. Now, it's just not good. And lastly, you need to ask this question to your mentor, but you also need to ask this question to yourself. Will this $5,000, that's just an arbitrary number, will I have a better ROI giving you this $5,000 and then spending an extra couple thousand or thousands of dollars into my marketing, versus if I learned wholesaling for free and I had $5,000 to spend on my marketing? So think about this. If I only had $5,000 in my bank account, who would be a better wholesaler? someone who watches these videos, which are super high quality. They join Wholesaling Houses for Real Facebook group. They go in my weekly free Zooms where I don't sell anything absolutely for free. And I literally just help people out. And I have my free wholesaling course in there. And I just help them and I help guide them absolutely for free. And they have $5,000 to spend in their marketing versus someone who spent $5,000 on coaching and maybe they have $100 or $200 to spend in marketing. The guy who did it for free is going to absolutely destroy the person that spent the $5,000. So think about it like that. Those are the questions you need to be asking your wholesaling coach or potential mentor or mastermind. Don't even get started with masterminds, but really you need to ask these questions because honestly, I got to tell you, don't buy a course, but some people are going to do it anyway. So I want to keep you as protected as possible. So if you please smash that like button and subscribe if you got any value out of this video. Thank you guys so much and have a blessed day.